What's up YouTube? My name is Erikita and today we're going to talk about the 5 things you should do in your very first year as a YouTuber. Well, these are the things that you're supposed to do so you can grow and develop as you should and reach success. You're probably just starting off with YouTube or probably been on YouTube for a while and you're just not getting anywhere, and this video is definitely for you. So the first thing I want to talk about is self-reflection. Okay, so what that means, it's basically for you to sit back and watch exactly where you've been and what you've done already so far. So it's more of a self-assessment. You need to figure out what you've done so far and how it's been perceived. You will find the things that you don't like and the things that you like. Most importantly, you're going at that stage already, you'll be able to figure out what people like and what people didn't like. So self-reflection will be my number one pick, because if you don't actually teach yourself who you are, there's no way people will actually understand who you are, because you wouldn't know how to present yourself the right way, because you'll be just going blindly. You want to know who you are, how you do it, and what works and what do not work. Self-reflection, you need to study yourself. Self-assessment is very important so you can really know who you are. So self-reflection, number one. Number 2, learning. If you're not learning on YouTube, you are not going to thrive. Because if you're not learning, your content will get stagnated. So you don't want that to happen. You will not be able to improve. So what you want to do is you keep yourself updated, because the YouTube algorithm itself changes. And also the art or whatever you're into, your niche actually as well does improve. If you, for example, doing reviews for cell phones, you understand that mobile phone business improves all the time. If you were actually reviewing applications, they improve all the time, they change all the time. Everything changes. So you need to understand. You need to understand that whatever you're into develops and grows, and you have to grow with it. You gotta go with time, because everything improves. But if you don't, you're going to be stagnated, like I say. So you gotta keep learning to improve. Not only that you need to be learning, but learning is good for you because you also improve as a person, as a human being. You actually become more smarter and more interesting. Point number 3, define your purpose. So you actually have to figure out where you're going. Imagine if your YouTube channel was a vehicle and you were in that vehicle. Where would be the destination? Where would you be going? Where would that vehicle be taking you to? So you have to have a purpose. You have to have a goal. So define your purpose. Very important, because therefore people will begin to understand that you're taking them somewhere. You have somewhere you're going, and you're going to reach there. Sometimes it takes to know where you're going to walk a straight line. So you need to define to yourself where you're going to. We don't have to know where you're going to, but we just gotta understand and feel that you know where you're going. So in your first year of YouTube, you definitely have to know why you're doing it, not how you're doing it, but why you're doing it. It's very important. So it will give you a position and a motivation, and then you won't actually stop halfway. It will give you a position and a motivation. Very important, and it's something you need to do in your very first year. Figure out why. Define your purpose. Number 4, have to experience. You gotta keep experiencing, especially when you're first starting off. You probably have a small audience, so that is the perfect time to experiment. Because you have to do what is actually not the usual and see how you can handle that. Because by doing that, it's giving you a chance to actually have more experience. Of course, you'll have experience the longer you're on YouTube, fine. But experimenting will give you a chance to step out of your comfort zone experimenting does not mean definitely to give up your niche. Experimenting gives you the understanding of the whole production system. Your intros, you need to experiment with your B-rolls, meaning the stuff that you put inside the video when you presenting the video to us. And you need to experiment with your ending. You need to experiment with how you greet us. You need to change your way of presenting. You need to try all of these things. The more you do, the better. When you have a small audience, when you're first starting off, it's the best time to experiment. You can actually watch other YouTubers, see how they're doing it. How long is their intros? Try a short intro. Try to make it a little longer and see how people perceive that. Try, because maybe for you, that's okay. But a lot of YouTubers will say to you, okay, try to make sure your intro isn't that long. That's fine, but maybe for you, a longer intro is best. So experiment and then make up your mind. The good thing that will come out of it is you will find yourself in the right place where you are absolutely original because you've experimented it, and that's what works for you. So with all that, try and do vlogging, try and do the how-to videos, try and do tutorials, try all of that. When you're first starting off, obviously maybe you've already put in mind to say you really want to do this because this is where you have experience, or you've worked in IT and that's what you want to do. But try and vlog, try and do the how-to videos. Obviously you can try and do reviews and all that stuff. Try all of that when you're first starting off. Experiment as much as you can. It will be good for you. You should go ahead and do it. You'll have fun doing it. Number 5, start building connections with other YouTubers. This is something you need to do in your first year. Build a connection with people who are doing almost what you're doing. It's very important. You can build connection with people, with YouTubers from any side, any niche if you want. But try to connect with people who are doing things that like what you are doing. Connect with them. It does not stop you from connecting with anybody else, but try and connect with people who are doing what you're doing, because you can learn something from them. It will help you build up to what you are doing. They may give you an advice, even if they're small or big. Try to connect, because every YouTuber go through some sort of learning and improvement, and they can actually they could actually guide you through your situations, because eventually you will start getting overwhelmed. You will need somebody to talk to, but it's very hard to talk to somebody who is doing something that is not like what you are doing. So from the very, very first moment, try to build connections with people around your niche, around what you are doing. Doesn't have to be exactly the same, but around what you are doing. So thank you, everybody. Please like, subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll see you on to the next one. Thank you. Have a good day.